What's up, y'all? We back at it with another video. I want to first say, hope y'all having a very high vibrational day, and let's just get straight into it. So, this video is about how to embody self-love, how to have self-love for yourself, because we have a stigma, and I think we have an incorrect notion about what self-love is, and that's why a lot of people don't have self-love, because they basically don't know how to have self-love. Media tells us that self-love is appreciating negative habits of your life. So, I say if you're overweight, that's not really a good thing. That means you are unhealthy to a certain degree, right? But the media would tell you, oh, you gotta love yourself. You gotta, that's self-love. No, self-love is not loving negative habits of yourself. Okay, so that's a misinformation, because you could be, let's just keep using this example, you could be overweight and you could be like, okay, I'm gonna embody self-love, I'm gonna be self-loving, you can do all this stuff, but you will never really love yourself because you're allowing yourself to be unhealthy. So if you're allowing yourself to be unhealthy, that's not really the embodiment of self-love. See, self-love is self-improvement. They go hand in hand. Self-love is self-improvement. When you improve on yourself, that means you're loving yourself. You are giving yourself a certain amount of love. And then another thing self-love is, let's say you were addicted to crack, right? We're gonna use crack, right? Let's say you were addicted to crack and then you got over that, but you still dislike yourself because you were addicted to that substance. You still have a certain level of dislike. You still don't like yourself to a certain degree because you were addicted to that smack, right? You have to love the battles that you go through. You have to love the battles that you will conquer, because at the end of the day, it's all divine. Every single thing. There's a lot of messed up things that happen in this life, a lot of messed up things that has happened to me, a lot of messed up things that has happened to you, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, it's all divine. It's all divine. Everything is divine. Everything is an atom. Everything is an atom. Everything is creation. Everything is source. So if you don't like a part of yourself, you're like, man, I went through that thing and I don't like that I went through that thing. You have to love yourself that you went through that thing, because think about it, you went through it and you conquered that battle. You know how hard it is? I don't know how hard it is, but I'm guessing it is very hard to get over an addiction. That is incredibly hard. So you're gonna dislike yourself because you went through that, even though you conquered it? See, that doesn't make any sense logically. But what does logically make sense is that you love yourself because you went through that. You know that if you can go through something like that, you can go through anything. And that's with all this stuff. So if you were previously overweight and you lost that weight, that's self-love. Self-love isn't keeping this weight and allowing yourself to be unhealthy, allowing yourself to live to a certain age and then die. That's not self-love. That's actually self-hate if you really think about it. And you're never going to have a certain level, so you can lie to yourself and be like, I love myself, but deep down you're never really going to love yourself, because you know that you're allowing yourself to be unhealthy, and that's not self-love. Self-love isn't allowing yourself to be unhealthy, but self-love is allowing yourself to love yourself for the battles you went through. So you see how the media confuses those two. They say, oh, if you were, let's just say, if you were a hobo, right, or if you were homeless and you rose to the top, you worked on yourself and you got to where you should be in life, the media will say something like, oh, you shouldn't love yourself because you went through that thing. But if you were overweight, you should love yourself because that's who you are. They confuse these two things. No, you got to flip it. You have to love your battles. The battles that you go through in life, you have to love them, because battles are meant to be conquered. Every problem that you have right now in this present moment, it is meant to be transcended, because The only reason why you feel like you can't transcend that problem that you have in your life is because your mindset has never been there before. You've never brung yourself to that capacity where you can transcend whatever, object or whatever problem you have in your life, whatever trials and tribulation. But the goal is to bring your mindset there. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep evolutionizing yourself. Keep asking yourself, what is my true human potential? Can I go here? Can I go here? Can I go here? Can I go here? The truth is, it's infinite. But that's infinity is such a hard thing to grasp as humans. So we got to keep pushing the level. We got to keep pushing the boundaries of our embodiment. Because truly, we are God, and God is everything. God is creation. God is infinite. God is the embodiment of love. It is the most abundant thing that is abundance. You know what I'm saying? The goal really is to reconnect with this source and become one. You know what I'm saying? Live within the higher self. Become a God upon earth. Can you become a God but upon the earth, upon the third dimensional realm? That is a mission. At least for me, that's my mission. Self-love is very important. And then another thing the media tries to do is it doesn't want you to love yourself. Sure, we're gonna have these little things that says, oh, you gotta love yourself, you gotta love yourself. No, the truth is, the media doesn't want you to love yourself. The media doesn't want you to work out every day because you love yourself, because you want your physical vessel to be in the most tip-top shape that it could possibly be. The media doesn't want you to have confidence and go against the grain because you love yourself, because you know you shouldn't be doing that. The media doesn't want you to do that. The social media and society, they don't want you to have self-love. Why do you think we have social media? That's my next video about social media and going in on that shit. But why do you think we have social media? So we can always compare ourselves to this person, and we could compare ourselves to this person, and we compare ourselves to this person. And we keep on comparing ourselves and comparing ourselves and comparing ourselves. Because when you don't have self-love, you are easily controlled. They can easily control you if you don't love yourself. So your self-love has to be so strong, and it has to be such a deep level. Because self-love is not only loving the best parts of you, it's loving the bad parts of you. Because the bad parts of you, you can work on. You can use the good parts, transmute them, be an alchemist, and then turn the bad parts into good parts, into the best parts of yourself. You know what I'm saying? The bad parts are just supposed to be conquered, and then once you conquer those bad parts, it will give you more self-love. It will give you more confidence to do more things, to go beyond. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is at a level that you think you're looking at this trial and tribulation, and you're like, wow, I can't conquer this. I can't conquer this. But then you conquer it, and then you have more self-love about yourself. That's what self-love is. It's not, self-love isn't accepting your negative habits and just being like, okay, that's a negative habit, that's just that negative habit is just me, and that's just who I am, but I love myself, so it's okay, I love that negative habit. No, it's about accepting that negative habit, yes, but also accomplishing it, also conquering it, losing the weight because you love yourself, conquering, getting over the addiction because you love yourself, working on your anger problems because you love yourself, not just accepting negative habits about yourself and then just being like, okay, well, I love myself, so that's how it is. No, see, that's how the media tries to get us. It tries to get us to keep our negative habits within our space, and also tries to make our negative habits us. They try to say things like, oh, if you do this, then that means you are it. If you do something habitually, that doesn't mean that's you. That means that your ego does that, yes, but your higher self, which is the truest version of you, doesn't do that. So it's like, okay, you're addicted to smoking weed, and you think that smoking weed is your life and stuff like that. But I mean, when you were 7, were you smoking weed? No. When you were 2, were you smoking weed? No, you wasn't. So that's not you. Most of your life, you actually weren't smoking weed. So you're not a stoner. If you want to drop a negative addiction, you have to stop attaching it to your identity. That is the first step to really dropping a negative addiction. Well, first step is accepting that you got it, but second step is detach it from your identity. Realize that it's something that you picked up on. It's not something that you actually are. Okay, it's the same thing with losing weight. Okay, you might have been big since you were 10, but were you big when you were out the womb? Even if you were big when you were out the womb, naturally we all have a bone structure, and we all have our bone structure is always supposed to show. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I'm walking barefoot and there's poop right there. That's nice. But yeah, our bone structure is supposed to show. So it's like naturally you're supposed to be a skinnier type person, but you were addicted to food, or you were addicted to whatever, and that's what caused you to become a bigger type of person. But at the end of the day, it's all divine, man. You're always supposed to conquer something. You're supposed to, if any battle happens, you're supposed to go within and then boom, destroy that battle, and then it shows you how strong you really are. And then with that strength, you're supposed to love yourself with that strength. Self-love is having strength. Self-love is having confidence. Self-love is having faith. Self-love is accepting negative habitual behaviors and just saying that they are you and attaching them to your identity. That is not self-love. It is conquering these negative habitual behaviors and just being a better person every single day. If you want to be a better person every single day, then that is self-love, okay? But I believe that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please tell me what you thought about the video. I got my boy Edward in the background. Peace out.